John Stossel reports The Biting Pain.
Years ago, I reported on a Philadelphia dentist who I said was enriching himself at patients' and insurance companies' expense by telling people you need treatment for a problem with your jaw.
Tell me about the clicking in your jaw.
Mainly when I eat, I hear click, click.
Now, my jaw clicks sometimes, but it wasn't a problem that needed treatment. However, Dr. Owen Rogel said I had a TMJ problem and he'd use fancy machines to make certain. Sure enough, his Doppler hears noises in the joint. The sonogram draws a computer graph of my click. This EMG test supposedly showed my muscles were sore.
These machines confirm that I have, which is that I have
TMJ.
3 dentists examined me and found no TMJ. But you find it. You always find TMJ?
No, you obviously have a TMJ problem.
Why don't 3 other dentists see it? Why do you only you see it?
We use objective documentation. If they didn't identify it, well, that doesn't mean you don't have it. That just means that they didn't identify it.
Rogel recommended this bite plate and other treatments that would take 4 to 6 months and cost around $3,000.
I then went on TV and basically said Rogel ran a dental mill that ripped people off. So he sued me for libel. Rogel claimed that he didn't tell me to get treatment. Therefore, I damaged his reputation and a jury would punish me now. Except now is not the right word. Nothing ever happens now in our legal system. Every day in the free market, in real life, we invent ways to do things faster, better, cheaper. We have to because there's competition. But in the legal system, lawyers act like a monopoly. They almost never innovate. Nothing goes quickly. It almost makes me feel sorry for people who sue me. Before trial, my lawyers demanded that Rogel produce paperwork detailing all persons with whom you've had written or oral communication, and each workshop or seminar in which you've participated, including but not limited to your seminars for dentists, physicians, lawyers, and headache sufferers, as well as the date, location, attendance, and amount charged to each attendee, and so on. The paperwork and delays were endless. Rogel had to wait nearly 4 years just to get me into court.
March 24th, 1989 was a night of infamy when Owen Rogel was attacked by 2020 like no individual ever got attacked.
His lawyer finally got to call me a liar who sensationalized in pursuit of TV ratings. He said Rogel never recommended that Stossel get treatment. I'd lied about that.
Fortunately, my exam was on videotape. The jury could just watch the tape and then decide. But that never happened. Instead, we had lawyer war. His lawyers played a few minutes that made it seem as if he hadn't recommended treatment. My lawyers played parts that showed he did. This happened again and again. 3-minute snippets back and forth, day after day for 2 weeks. It was ridiculous. Why didn't the judge say, shut up, you lawyers, you're wasting the public's money and the poor jurors' time, just play the tape? Because the judge is in on the lawyer's scam. Judges are just lawyers in robes, and they're comfortable with the system's slow pace. Trials resemble religious rituals. We don't get speedy justice, but we get lots of pompous ceremony.
All rise.
You must stand when the judge appears. We call them honorable, whether the judge is or not.
The Honorable Judge Frank Iannotti.
And the Honorable David L. Fury.
The Honorable Raymond O. Gross.
The Honorable Judge Locke is now presiding.
Lawyers say this pomp is necessary to maintain respect for the law. But that's absurd. A court can take away all my money, and in a criminal case, take away my freedom. That ought to get them enough respect. The pompous rituals suggest there's magic in law, work only lawyers can do. And since many are paid by the hour, the slow tradition lets them run up the bills. In my trial, when the jury finally got to meet and decide my fate, they decided that I did not libel Rogel by falsely portraying him as a charlatan. In fact, the trial revealed that Rogel had ripped off insurance companies and lied on the witness stand. So the court said he had to pay $250,000 to cover my side's legal bills. Yippee, I won. Except I didn't win. In our system, you lose even when you win, because the lawyers charge so much. The money ABC got from Rogel hardly covered its legal costs. They were more than $1 million. Dr. Rogel then went on to get even richer. Here's a story about his fancy apartment. He got this rich with the help of more lawyers. Here's his view. Accident lawyers sent him patients, and Rogel charged insurance companies big bucks to use dubious machines that he claimed would relieve their pain. Finally, 20 years after we revealed his insurance scam, Philadelphia prosecutors nailed him and his daughter for a similar fraud. And Rogel's now in jail. Good, but it took much too long. Everything lawyers do takes too long. We need law and lawyers to keep the peace, but you should avoid using them.